Someone called you quiet today, or last week, or your whole life, and you did what you always do. You smiled, maybe shrugged, and let it go. But here is the part nobody really talks about. That question, why are you so quiet? It never actually feels like a question. It feels like something is wrong with you. And if you have spent years trying to figure out why that hits the way it does, this video is probably going to explain a few things. You are sitting in a group, everyone is talking fast, interrupting, laughing, jumping from one topic to the next. Then someone looks over at you and says it. Why are you so quiet? And for a second, you think about answering. You think about saying, I'm not bored, I'm not angry, I'm not judging anyone. I just do not know if this room is the right place for the real answer. But explaining that would take longer than the moment allows, and it would probably just make things more awkward. So you smile and move on. This is the psychology of people who don't talk much. Quiet does not always mean empty. Most people who don't talk much are not silent because there is nothing going on inside. They are silent because there is a lot going on, and they are still sorting through it. Before they speak, they are already reading the room. Is anyone actually listening? Is this conversation real, or is everyone just waiting for their turn? Will what I say land here, or get turned into something it was not? From the outside, that looks like silence. From the inside, it is a decision. Some people think out loud. Their thoughts get clearer as they talk. Quiet people usually work the other way. They need to land somewhere in their head first before saying anything out loud, so they catch things others miss. The pause before someone answers. The joke that sounds fine but lands a little off. The person who keeps talking over everyone. The I'm fine that clearly is not. They are not checked out. They are watching a different part of the room. Which is also why the same person can seem completely different depending on where you meet them. In a group, they might say almost nothing. Then later, with one person they actually trust, somewhere quieter, they are suddenly easy to talk to. Funny even, actually there. That is not them faking it in the group. That is them relaxing somewhere that actually feels safe. Because people do not get guarded for no reason. Maybe they said something honest once and it got laughed at. Maybe they kept getting cut off mid-sentence. Maybe they opened up to someone and that person made them feel stupid for it. So after a while, they stopped handing that part of themselves to rooms that could not hold it. There is a concept in psychology for this. Selective self-disclosure. People share more when they feel safe. The more unsafe a space feels, the less they give. It is not a personality flaw. It is a reasonable response to experience. Being quiet is usually about how much you speak. Being private is about how safe you feel when you do. The world does not always make that easy. In meetings, the person who jumps in first looks confident. At parties, the loudest storyteller gets the attention. In groups, filling silence reads as social. People learn to perform that, even when it is not real. But talking fast has nothing to do with thinking well. Some people take longer to answer because they are not trying to impress anyone. They are trying to say something true. They would rather stay quiet than throw words around just to fill space. That is why quiet people often drive home with the thought they should have said. The conversation moved on before the words were ready. And later, alone, the sentence finally shows up. I should have said that, not because there was nothing to say, because the room moved faster than the thought. So no, people who don't talk much are not always shy, not always cold, not always bored. Sometimes they are careful. Sometimes they are tired of rooms where honesty does not really go anywhere. Sometimes they are just working out whether this place is worth the risk. The right people do not need them to perform being open. Around the right people, it just happens. So maybe the question was never really, why are you so quiet? Maybe the better one is, where do you actually feel okay to talk?